And I'm just going to keep reassuring him with lots of touching, lots of rubbing, lots of letting him know he's in a good place. He's a good boy. Now I'm also going to try and see if I can have him move his front feet over. He's a little ticklish with using direct pressure. And I'm going to put my hand in front of his nose to kind of guide him, and I'm just going to touch him lightly at first. Good boy. That was really good. That was a very slight amount of pressure. Now he didn't actually move over, he kind of went backwards a little bit, but I'm going to take that right now because he's new to this, and I just want to reward any kind of attempt he gives me. I know it tickles because I'm as light as a fly. Good, that was perfect. Good boy. And then I always rub the spot that I was just touching to let him know he did a nice job. Now we'll attempt it on the other side. Good boy.
I think I need fly spray over here.
Yeah, right?
So.
And all I'm asking is for him to move over. Good boy. Very nice. And I'm going to try the same thing on the hip. And here, I'm going to pick a sensitive spot on his hip, which is right here. And I'm going to use my lead line to kind of tip his nose towards me while I'm applying pressure to let him know, can you move up? Perfect.
Wow.
Perfect.
And this guy's hardly been handled?
Yeah.
Well, that just goes to show you that it's the horse language, it's the body language.
It's the body language,
This
exactly.
is like such proof of that.
Exactly. Perfect. Okay, now that was a backup more. So let me see if I can get a little more clear with. And see, just the fact that he's backing up right now is telling me he's a little hesitant with me being on this side of his body, which most horses are. So I'm going to keep rubbing him until he stops moving. And then I'm going to put some pressure, tip his nose towards me. Yeah, there you go. Good boy. Good boy. So now, let's see if I can have him move those same ways, but with using driving pressure. So I'm just going to gently, because I don't know him and I don't know what it's going to take. Very nice. That was great. Good boy. This would be the equivalent of me being another horse and just pinning my ears and saying, could you please move over? Good boy. That's it. Come on.
He was like, what are you doing?
Come on. Come on. Good. Right there. Right there. That's nice. Good boy. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm going to be as soft as I can be. Good. Now, his response there was not as quiet as the first time, which was telling me I may have been asking a little too harshly. So then I'm just going to quiet it down a little bit. So maybe all he needs is just my hands. And if that doesn't work, well, the flies aren't helping either.
Yeah, the flies are driving me crazy too.
So I'm going to ask even more softly. Good boy. Now that was a forward step, but again, I'm going to reward any kind of movement at this point because he really has no clue what I'm asking, but he seems to be picking up on it pretty well. So now we'll go to the hip, and I'm going to do the same thing another horse would do to get him to move his hips over. I'm going to look at his hip. I'm going to lift my line. I'm going to swing, and as I'm swinging, I'm putting slight pressure on his nose. There. Good boy. Good
Now
boy.
you did that before you went to the fourth phase where it would hit him just because he's new at this?
I'm giving him a chance, yeah, exactly.
Chance.
I'm just trying to make it clear for him. This is all clarity, you know, and the thing is, that's what horses need from us the most is clarity. So when I'm looking at his hip and he's not responding, and then I'm lifting my line and he's not responding, then I start swinging. I really don't want to have to tap him unless I absolutely have to, but I'm going to, there's licking and chewing, I'm going to just slightly tip his nose towards me, which automatically moves his hips away. And, you know, so he gets the idea. And he really seemed to, so that was good. So now we're going to try it on this side. So I'm going to look, lift, swing, At the same time. Yeah, good boy. Good boy. That was great.